League champion Warriors gearing up for another playoff run, visiting Pelicans hoping to make a run at the playoffs. Klay Thompson, the three from the top of the key. The Pels' 17-point lead is a thing of the past, by the way. We're in the third. Warriors are now at 4. Jonathan Kuminga. I got your putback right there. Well, Steph Curry, be careful.
Yeah, settle down.
Hurt yourself dancing like that. Oh, he doesn't like to dance. Warriors plus 14 in rebounding. They were up 4 after 3. C.J. McCollum, former Blazer great. He led the Pels with 25, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Thompson, op chip right there, kettle and fire. With Poole going 0 for 5 from 3, they needed somebody to hit him. How about Dante DiVincenzo? That's the only 3 he made. He took 3 shots. Warriors lead by 4, and then DiVincenzo do the hustle. Kuminga, 19 points, 7 rebounds. Warriors up. Thompson, how about a slice of Cougar gold? He led all scores with 27. This straight win, season high. Warriors.
Back with you on SportsCenter. Another game, another blown lead for the Clippers, who were up 12 on the Warriors last night before eventually falling. Clips haven't won since the All-Star break after blowing double-digit leads to Sacramento and Denver before Golden State. And now you see it reflected in the Western Conference standings with just over a month left in the regular season. Here's a look at those. 5.5 games separate seeds 4 and 13 in the standings. And thanks to a 4-game losing streak, the Clips have fallen from the 4 seed pre-All-Star break into the play-in. As for the rest of the stars in the West, we headed up to Greeny.
Well, thank you very much, Stephen A. Chandler. Michael Wilbon with us from the desert, home of one of the biggest stars in the Western Conference now, which, of course, is Kevin Durant. But each of these teams that are somewhat unprecedentedly bunched up, as they are, Michael, has a star. So as we look at these best teams in the West, which star do you have the most confidence in leading his team to the finals?
Well, the secret of the Phoenix Suns, to me, Greeny, will be that they don't have to rely on that one guy. I mean, Denver overwhelmingly does. There are teams out west. The Clippers overwhelmingly do. Don't tell me Paul George, it's Kawhi Leonard. The Suns don't have to do that. Chris Paul and Devin Booker just led them to the finals 2 years ago. Kevin Durant has helped lead a team to the finals. So it's that ensemble. I'm not going to separate them. That's just a phony exercise. As our dear friend Mark Jackson will call it, fake hustle. It's the 3 of them. It's CP3, it's Devin Booker, and it's Kevin Durant. Those 3, the intellect we've seen even in one game so far, is the reason I think those guys can lead the Suns to the finals.
See, when you're in the Basketball Hall of Fame, I have to allow you to change the question.
Thanks.
So he didn't answer the question I asked, but we have to put up with that because he is the legend.
No one star. No one star.
Give me a star, Jalen Rose.
So as I look at the standings, Greeny, and as I watch the NBA on a nightly basis, I decided something about the Western Conference, that I'm not going to pick the team with the best duo or the best trio. I'm going to pick the best teams. And what I've discovered is the Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors have the best teams in the Western Conference. And when you look at the standings, guess what, fellas? The Golden State Warriors will be playing the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And you know the answer to the question, I'll give you one. Steph Curry is my answer because I believe the depth and the experience of the Golden State Warriors will put them in position to eliminate the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And I ain't stopping there. They're going to play the Denver Nuggets in the second round. I'm picking the Warriors to win that series too. Y'all seen them last night? Wax the Clippers without Steph Curry, without Andrew Wiggins, built out their depth with Kuminga and DiVincenzo and the Splash Brothers. You see Clay. I know how much you love Clay, Stephen A. And you see Jordan Poole, the way he's playing. The Golden State Warriors are in pole position to make the Western Conference Finals and even the NBA Finals. And the 4-time champion.
And they're going to get
is
Steph back soon, too. So that is a fascinating answer. What do you think of that, Stephen A. Smith?
I have no problem with it whatsoever. I mean, when I think about a star, unlike the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame is the Godfather, Mr. Michael Wilbon, I am going to answer that question. And I would say to you, Kevin Durant, that's what my initial answer was going to be, because I'm thinking about what Phoenix has looked like prior to his arrival and what they will look like now that he has arrived because of his ability to elevate their play. This ain't 2 years ago. This is now. So that's the name that would come to my mind. It would be Kevin Durant. Until Jalen Rose opened his mouth. And when he opened his mouth, it reminded me of what I saw last night. And when I think about the fact that the Golden State Warriors won the championship last year, just like I said, and when I see them playing the way that they're playing, that they're capable of, and I fantasize about the return of Steph Curry, and I think about what I said at the beginning of the season, that they will repeat, and then I look at and I scour the rest of the Western Conference. I'm not summarily dismissing that. I will openly admit that Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and CP3 are definitely lethal weapons that need to be reckoned with, and they should be the favorite. But I have to confess, I'm incredibly intrigued, and it is aligned with my level of thinking. When I think about the Golden State Warriors, hell, I don't have a problem with that at all, Jalen Rose.
We will have
Wilbon's another matter.
Sunday on ABC, maybe with...
Now, they have a great front office, very savvy. Wiseman, and you see the effect that Steph Curry has. Wiggins is shooting from the outside. They'll probably be able to, if not turn those guys into great players, flip them into something. But Stephen A., by then, Draymond will be much older. Clay may not be exactly what he was in his very prime. Same thing with Steph. And even if they are, I have enough faith in them to think they're going to get back and win another championship. But more than that is asking almost for a dynasty again. I don't see that happening.
I do. And let me say this again. You know, I loved watching Clay give his commentary and stuff like that. He was funny. And I loved when Steph got on him, and I loved when he got on that dude I think it was for the Pistons, that stepped out of pocket. I love stuff like that. Having said all of that, I have been on the record saying that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter known to man in the history of mankind. There has never been a greater shooter. Klay Thompson is one of the top 5 shooters in the history of basketball. Klay Thompson, if he never played another game, is a Hall of Famer. Klay Thompson going to Hall of Fame. Right now, without playing another game in his career, he is a Hall of Famer right now. And when I think about the two of these guys together, the marksmen that they were. Remember, Max, weeks ago we were having a debate and we were talking about Damian Lillard, who we both love, Dame Dollar the man, big time show against Chicago over the weekend, by the way. Dame Dollar against Steph Curry, and I talked about how Dame Dollar shot 40% from 3 last year. Steph Curry has done it for his entire career. You know who else has done it for his entire career? That would be Klay Thompson. All 8 years in the NBA, he has shot better than 40% from three-point range. He's got a 19-point career scoring average. He's averaged over 20 his last 5 years in the NBA. And by the way, Wiseman is a rookie averaging like 12 and 6. Max, he's shooting 40% from three-point range. He's hit 9 of his 22 three-pointers this year.
Wiggins is
damn. I'm just saying, damn. It's like they got a contagious effect other than Kelly Oubre, because he can play, but they can't get him to shoot threes, right? But other than him, I mean, my God. Listen, I got news for you.
Steph creates space.
If Klay Thompson comes back healthy, and Steph Curry is healthy with Klay, and Wiseman and Draymond and them, I reserve the right to revisit this conversation about whether or not the Warriors are going to win the chip next year. I mean, immediately. That's how elite of shooters that they are. You can't teach this. You can't make it up.
Klay is tough as nails. You know, Michael Thompson raised an old-school throwback kind of tough-as-nails two-way player. There's no doubt about it. And here's a return of an oldie, Stephen A., from, you know, a classic from my Greatest Hits Volume 1. You know who Coach Mackey at my daughter's skills development program, Steady Buckets, you know who he uses as a model to teach shooting more than anyone else by far is Klay Thompson. Klay's shot is studied by coaches teaching people how to